I got interrupted in the first part, but I also think I made an error. So let's go to number 5. Which of the following is an equivalent expression to the following monomial? So 9k minus 8 plus 2k to the 4th plus k squared. Then on my version, above number 6, it has a problem, and I don't know what that goes to. So we'll have to figure that out tomorrow, but I'm going to keep reading. So number 6 says, which of the following is equivalent to... Oh, I bet you I know why I messed that up. Nope. Okay, bear with me. All right, number 6, which of the following was equivalent to 4x to the 0 power, all to the 2nd power? Is it A1, B4, C 16? Number 7, which of the following is an equivalent expression to the following product of monomials? So if you were to solve that, 3b to the half power times 2b to the 3 second power. Number 8, what is the x term after solving the following polynomial with subtraction? Number 9, name the following polynomial. So x to the 3rd minus 2x plus 1. Is it A, cubic trinomial, B, cubic binomial, C, quadratic trinomial? All right, number 10. Put the following equation in standard form. So this is where 6 got messed up, and I'll explain. Remember that I explained this to you before I showed you I had the videos playing. So 9k minus 8 plus 2k to the 4th plus k squared. So what is the proper standard form to put that in? 11. How many terms are there before simplifying the binomial times a binomial? So if you were to have a binomial problem, you times it by another binomial problem. Wait, how many terms are there before simplifying a binomial times a binomial? So if you take a binomial and you times it by a binomial, how many terms are there before you solve that? Number 12. What happens to the middle term of the following special binomial? A, the middle term doubles. B, the middle term is squared. C, the middle term cancels out. If I were you, I'd actually solve that to see what happens rather than just kind of taking a guess. 13. Simplify the following special binomial. So if you have x minus 2 to the 2nd power, what is your answer? Okay, use the following information for questions 14 through 16. Miss Thobe wants to build an outdoor pen for her mom's cat, Eleanor. She isn't very great at math, so she needs your help in figuring out the dimensions. So the yard is x by 2, or x minus 2, by x plus 4. So how can she find the amount of fencing that she'd need to put around the perimeter of the pen? Would she add x minus 2 plus x minus 4? Remember, you're finding the perimeter. Would she add x minus 2 plus x minus 2 plus x plus 4 plus x plus 4? Or would she C, multiply x minus 2 times x plus 4? Now for 15, she wants you to determine how much room or area Eleanor will have to roam around. That means like walk around inside. Would it be A, 4x minus 8, B, x squared minus 4x plus 4, or C, x squared plus 2x minus 8? 16, she wants to put a roof on the pen so Eleanor cannot escape. How can she calculate this? Would she need to find the perimeter, the area, or the volume to put a roof on that area? Okay, 17. What is the first step for simplifying the following polynomial? Would you factor out the greatest common factor? Would you multiply a times c, or would you group terms? 18. Which is the first step for simplifying the following polynomial? So you have k squared plus 4k plus 3. So I think those k's can either be x's or the x's can be k's. I don't think it really matters, but she wants to know what is the first step you would take in solving this. "19. After factoring the following trinomial, what will your answer be made up of?" So once you solve it, is your answer in 2 binomials? Is it B, in 2 monomials? Or is it C, 1 monomial and 1 binomial? 20. What is the greatest common factor for the following polynomial? Is it xy or xy? 21. What is the first step for simplifying the following polynomial? So the first step, would it be to factor out a greatest common factor? B, multiply a times c? Or C, group terms? Number 22. What is the second factor for the following polynomial? 25x squared minus 5x to the 4th. For problems 23 through 25, factor the polynomials into 2 binomials. So you just have to solve this. Factor it out. 23 says x squared plus 4x minus 12. I know I'm talking fast. That's to save my time, so you can just press pause, solve your problems, and then press play again. 24, x squared plus 7x minus 9x minus 63. 25, again, you're factoring the polynomial into 2 binomials. So you have 25, x squared minus 11x plus 10. Solve these out, don't just guess. Okay, 26, find the vertex of the following quadratic equation. So you have y equals negative x squared plus 2x minus 3. So is it A, 1, negative 2, B, 1, 2, or C, negative 1, negative 2? 27, when looking at this parabola, where is the axis of symmetry? So where is the axis of symmetry for this parabola? Is it x equals negative 2, x equals 0, or C, x equals 3? 28, what is the y-intercept for the following quadratic? So you have y equals 2x squared plus 4x minus 5. A, do you plug 0 in for y? B, do you plug 0 in for x? Or C, there is no y-intercept for quadratics. 29. How many solutions does the following quadratic have? 2, 1, or no solutions? 30. What is the first step in solving the following quadratic? Would you first distribute? Would you first factor? Or do you first set both equal to 0? Use graphs below to answer questions 31 through 33. Which graph shows one solution to the equation? A, B, or C? I'm going to have to talk to Ms. Thobe about which one they are if they're not labeled for you. 32, it says which graph is represented by the equation f of x equals negative x squared minus 2x plus 3? Is that graph 1, graph 2, or graph 3? 33. Evaluate graph 2. So at f of 1, is it A, 4, B, 0, or C, no solution? If the A value of the quadratic equation is positive, what will the graph look like? 35. Put the following equation in standard form from vertex form. So put it in standard form, and it's in vertex form. 36. Put the following equation into vertex form from standard form. So opposite of the other question. She wants you to put it in vertex form because it's in standard form. 37. Dominic has 12 different playlists on his iPhone. 2 playlists are rap, 2 playlists are R&B, and 3 playlists are hip hop. 1 playlist is rock, 1 playlist is country, and 3 playlists are pop. If he randomly selects one playlist, what is the probability that he picks a hip hop playlist? A 1/3, B 1/4, C 1/2. 38. What type of probability was represented in the previous question? A, was it experimental? B, theoretical? C, insertion? Just kidding. C, intersection. See, I was just making sure you were paying attention. All right, 39. Event A represents watches movies. Event B represents under 18 years old. So what does the probability of B to A mean in words? Is it A, under 18 years old and watches movies? B, under 18 years old or watches movies? Or C, under 18 years old given watches movies? 40. Event A represents those who like the ocean, and event B represents males. What type of probability is probability of A and B? Is it A, experimental, B, union, C, intersection? 41. How many outcomes are there when flipping a coin 2 times? A, 2 outcomes, B, 4 outcomes, C, 6 outcomes. So this table she wants you to use to answer questions 42 through 46. So find probability of Spanish given boys. 43, find the probability of not French. 44, find the probability of girls and French. 45, find the probability of Spanish. 46, find the probability of girls or German. 47, when rolling a die, you will win if it lands on a number 1, 2, 3, or 4. And you will lose if it lands on numbers 5 and 6. So which of the following statements are true? You will always win because the probability of winning is higher. B, the game is fair because you win more often. C, the game is not fair because the probability of winning does not equal the probability of losing. For problems 48 and 49, remember, 1 light year equals 5.879 times 10 to the 12th miles. She wants you to, for 48, convert 7 miles into light years. What is the answer? And then for 49, convert 2.78 light years to miles. Number 50, write 0.000000005678 in scientific notation. That was a lot of zeros. It says, this is the end of the multiple choice test. Great work this year. You're not done, though. She wants you to flip it over for your math auto prompts. This is really important. Remember, in the beginning of the test, she said this is worth, I'm flipping up to the top, it says it's worth 30 points. So you don't do good on this, and that's kind of silly. Okay, math autobiography, 30 points. In a separate Google document, save the document as your name, Math Auto. Then answer the following prompts to create the body for a 3-paragraph essay format in MLA format. Be sure to check grammar, sentence structure, and length. I'm videotaping. What do you need? I've got only a couple things left to read. It'll take me less than 2 minutes, okay? We're being recorded. 5 minutes. Close the door, please. Thank you. Paragraph 1. So remember, you've got paragraph 1, you write all this. Paragraph 2, you're going to write all that. And paragraph 3, do all that. So it's pretty easy. Paragraph 1, because I didn't know you as a math student, describe who you were in the math classroom before this year. Talk about your attitude towards math, your confidence level, your work habits, your grades, etc. This is all the past. Do not compare to now or the future. Just tell me about the past. Write at least 3 to 5 sentences. Paragraph 2, describe who you are now in the math classroom. Sometimes the way your peers or I see you is different than the way you see yourself. Talk about your attitude towards math, your confidence level, your work habits, your grades, etc. This is current. Do not compare to the future. Just tell me about the now and how you see yourself. Write at least 3 to 5 sentences. Paragraph 3. Describe who you want to be in the math classroom. As a freshman in high school, you have lots of room to grow, but you have to want it. The first step is recognizing the student that you want to become. Talk about what your attitude towards math could be, your confidence level, your work habits, your grades, etc. How will this apply to future careers? How will math give you skills you need to be successful in the future? This is the future. Just tell me about the upcoming years and how you want to see yourself. Write at least 3 to 5 sentences.